Mel,
Brandon,
great to see you.
great to see you.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about the no touching rule. Governor Kelly's going to be on our ass.
Oh, dear God.
She's such an ugly lady.
Oh, my God.
Did you see her today?
They showed that the first time I seen a
Good
close-up picture of her. Holy cow. And that's
She-
when they look at her, they see us. Oh, this is horrible.
I don't say that about many people, but that woman is ugly inside and out right now in my mind.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I'm just so irritated with her.
Absolutely. That had been loud.
So here's the deal, Mel. Governor Kelly extends and today's April 15th, by the way. It's Uncle Sam's tax day, and even Uncle Sam didn't get his damn day. I mean, push that off till July 15th. I mean, what the hell's the world coming to? They won't even take our money.
That's a first. I mean, we had to follow all kinds of legal extensions and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, one stroke of the excited pen,
Overly excited.
one stroke of fear.
The hysteria is real.
You got any stories?
Not
You got
good
a hysteria
ones.
story? How can it be a good hysteria story?
All right, tell me. Go ahead.
No, you tell me one.
Well, I don't have any good ones other than I got some humorous things I seen on Facebook today. So one of my gal pals on Facebook, and this gal is extremely busty. She's God gave her a gift of nice size hooters.
Nice.
And she said she hadn't put a bra on in 4 or 5 days, and I immediately read that and I just started laughing, and then I started reading through the comments, and one of her other girlfriends was like, well, a nice perk from working from home. And I was thinking, yeah, the opposite of perky, you know.
Sounds like a real letdown to me.
But, you know, she's a sweetheart, and
Yeah,
she'll probably put a bra on tomorrow.
I was at the doctor's office. I walked by this guy, and he's posturing to like keep his distance, you know, and which be
Trying to maintain 6 feet from a guy that's 7 foot tall.
Looked at him. I think, what the hell? And I was going to say something snarky, and then they called my name. I was thinking, oh my God, this hysteria has got to stop. You can't be that scared of this. You can't. If you run the numbers, you have no reason to have any fear whatsoever.
Yeah, so in my numbers I pulled today, I did this while I was drinking coffee this morning. In fact, had to steal this from the coffee shop, but Ike's Donuts.
You stole the girl's. Was it full?
It was the very last one. All their carry-out and orders, you know, at the donut shop and drive-through orders. But so anyhow, I was making some notes while I was sitting there waiting on my donuts to be made, which ended up taking, you know, just a while, long enough for me to drink a whole cup of coffee before I got the hell out of there. But anyhow, you know, did you know that only 26,100 people have died so far from the coronavirus?
Well, if you watch the news, that's everybody. Who hasn't died?
And that I'm talking the United States here, because
26,000?
26,000 in the United States.
How many people in the United States?
327 million.
26,000 died?
Yeah.
Well, okay, fine. How many are sick with potential of dying?
Well, it's interesting you asked. So I went and looked that up too. Just on a daily death rate, 7,700 people die daily just from other things. 7,700 people die a day. Number one reason to die, heart disease. 647,000 people a year die from the heart disease. And these numbers, folks, these aren't just some random ass shit I pulled off of Facebook. These are from the CDC's website. 647,000 a year die from heart disease. 599,000 from the cancer. And 169,000 a year die accidentally. Accidentally die.
So in a relative number, 27.
26, 27, even if it's 30,000.
Well, now that's where it's at right now.
That is where it's at right now.
Now, is this number is going to increase to some extent?
It could double very easily.
And even so, even if it doubles,
you're looking at
now,
60,000.
According to the graph, it's not doubling. It's decreasing.
It's leveling out, and we've hit the top of the bell curve and are on our way back down.
Now, does this include the one person in Ark City, or in Kelly County, or 32,000? This include R1?
So statistically, and the guy that died in Kelly County, by rights, the percentage of people that should die, we should have 4 people infected in Kelly County. If you statistically modeled the national average to Cali County. 4 people should be coded as have contained the virus, and a half a person of should died. Because we only have
by national average.
National average.
But we're more isolated. We're not like they are. Specifically so.
I would agree, but I still think the numbers will halfway flatten out over across the entire countryside as everybody contracts this, and the weak will die and the not so weak will survive, and that's just the way diseases work and life works. And I don't know if anybody's got the memo, but we're all gonna die.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that, but sorry, I touched you again.
You touched me twice. I'm
that's
twice as likely to get it. So even if I got it twice, what are the potentials? If I, let's say I test it right now and I test negative for having it or ever have had it, is that a bad thing?
Well, it is bad. I mean, I would rather you have had it and overcome it.
That's right.
Because then I know you won't die of that. You're more likely to die then of the husband of a jealous husband.
Oh, damn it, that's where I want to go. Well, regardless of what the numbers say right now, in reality, we have no idea how many people have had this because
we have no idea.
We have absolutely no idea because the SARS virus is the same thing as a mutation of the SARS virus.
And they're also finding, as things have developed, even in what's been all over the news today, is this the herding idea, that immune herding or herding the herd immunity,
herd immunity, yes.
Where several groups of people in different parts of the country or world have already built immunity to this particular disease, and while I believe that's absolutely true, and I think even in Cali County, York City, I'm not certain. You haven't had it or I haven't had it. I mean, I have no idea, and quite frankly, I don't care. It doesn't matter at this very moment. What I'm concerned about is the damn governor has extended this 2-week stay-at-home order, and we've got all these small businesses all across the whole damn country that are just suffering.
By what authority do they have that? They base stuff on numbers that they want to concoct or cook or construe any way that fits their damn narrative, because the reality is something different, as it has been proven time and time again. And this knee-jerk reaction, this may be a pandemic, but it's not an epidemic. Not everybody's going to die, and the few people that do die, God rest their souls, I don't want anybody to die, but it's going to happen. Whether it was this or N1A1, whatever it was, it's going to happen. Because we need to start talking about influenza when 1.5 million people a year worldwide die of influenza.
I mean, just in the United States, 55,000 a year die of influenza or pneumonia. Complications of either one of those two.
Yeah. And worldwide, we're talking about a local number, but 60,000 people die worldwide every day. But 130,000 are born every day. So, stop thinking this is the end of the earth, the end of society. And God forbid you don't live 200 years, but, you ain't going to live 200 years. And if you...
So I'm going to challenge these small businesses, and I wish you do. And I mean, Mel, you went to church Sunday.
I did go to church. I went to church Sunday.
I don't attend church. I haven't in a number of years. I just don't attend a church. But I may start attending a church just so I can social gather. Right now, the Supreme Court has declared that what Governor Kelly has done, while
Kansas Supreme Court
has not necessarily disagreed with what the governor has done, but she's stepping on the lines of a
First Amendment violation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely she is.
And the Kansas governor's office put out this report today, or yesterday rather, is when I received it. As far as if a church is unable to use online, radio, or other telecommunication tools, a church conducting an in-person service or operations must comply with the following requirements. And it says, maintain a 6-foot distance, disinfect all doorknobs, refrain from passing offering plates, just minor things to try to limit the spread of any disease.
But they know. I mean, they know, and it's a proven fact. Everybody in any field knows that quarantining only works if it's 100% forever. Other than that, it doesn't work.
Yeah, so I mean, if you are deathly ill and you think you may die of the coronavirus, don't quarantine, isolate. Do nothing, see nothing, be nothing. Get in your isolation mode and stay away from everybody and anything. Because,
and that's 100% forever. Because the minute you leave that encapsulation, you're susceptible.
Yeah, when everybody else has already built immunity
That's right.
to this virus or any other virus for that matter, it's just...
Yeah, you're
Just the way
better
it
off concocting it or contracting it, especially at this early stage, because as this morphs into more and more deadly and more untreatable viruses, where all of a sudden we don't have anything, it morphed into something new. You already have something built up. But thinking that quarantine is going to protect you is just insane. It just won't work.
I only agree with quarantining and the social distancing on one factor. It does, and it's proved to be, my point's almost invalid because hospitals haven't been overrun. But the idea or the premise was behind it, or at least in my mind, it would flatten the curve and allow medical services, medical personnel, and assets to be able to treat the sick and the people that are in grave shape. But no hospital's been overran yet. I mean, it's just not a thing.
Yeah.
No hospital. I mean, they even built a giant hospital in 4 or 5 days with thousands of beds.
FEMA hospital.
And they tore it
portable,
down.
yeah.
And they tore it right
They
down.
pulled those big hospital ships, and there's 1,000 critical beds in each one of those. They pulled those in there, and there's nobody in them. This knee-jerk reaction, this attack is just unwarranted. And it's so bizarre. But, they hype it into something where people are just in this panic. I mean, you walk into the store and people are thinking that them staying away from you by 6 feet is going to protect them.
So
that's such a falsity. It's not in any way, shape, or form. If I sneeze, that's got 25-foot range on it.
So, Mel, when you went to church on Sunday, did the city cops, local cops, nobody give you any trouble,
No,
right?
damn it. No, I was wanting them to, because I need to talk to God or talk to Jesus. I have to bare my soul sometimes, because I need to realize that I'm not the center of the universe, and it's hard to me to do. The only thing I can do is in church, or somebody else is more important than me. But the premise of going there and was partially kind of misleading on my part, because I was hoping the cops would show up.
You were wanting to test. You were wanting to test status quo,
because I was pushing the envelope by showing up in this thing. Because you heard all the other stuff in the news where the cops were arresting people for sitting in their car in the church parking lot. Just the insanity of it. And a lot of people were sitting on the front of their car, sitting on their hoods and stuff like that. And it was great. It was a great service. But are they going to arrest everybody on the planet? Are they going to arrest all of us? So, and how are they going to arrest you? How are they going to arrest you without some kind of contact? So as soon as they arrest you, they break the governor's own damn stupid rule. Yeah, their own executive order says they can't arrest you because of their social distancing. So it's so idiotic and asinine.
So, Mel, all the brick and mortars downtown, the restaurants, the jewelry stores, the hardware stores that are not really hardware stores. So most of them have maintained open, but the little places that we have downtown, the few places that we have left. Sorry, that was a third time.
the furniture stores.
I mean,
clothing stores,
what do you do?
Shops.
What do you ask these people to do? Do you sit there and continue to stay closed, and the governor says stay closed till May 3rd, or do you open the door and take your chances and see if the city cops show up and try to close you down? What do you do?
I say take your chances.
I say take your chances.
If you don't, you are going to fail. If you do take your chances and you survive, and some people come in that day and make payroll for one day or something like that. But, this business, whoever, I don't care if you're whoever you are, you built that little business. And that's your whole life. Everything you've done in your whole life was to build this little mom and pop business. And all of a sudden some executive order shuts you down. You've been paying your taxes all your life.
And just remember, if you started a business, you're not a sheep person.
Boy, you ain't kidding.
You're not. You're a pack leader.
Yeah.
So don't fall victim to this sheephood shit that the governor's putting out and saying you got to stay closed. I challenge the status quo on this ordeal.
And you've got everything you own online every day, and it's a
you have to
horrible thing. Yeah.
So here's my offering: all you small businesses, you open up, I'll show up, and that's all. So I don't need a new piece of furniture, but you show up, I'll show up.
And someday, and sometime, eventually, we're going to have to stand and be accounted for. It's just going to have to happen, or they're going to run us into the ground. And it seems to me that make no, a rich person's going to do rich no matter, or a well-off person's going to be fine no matter where they're at or what they're doing. But some of them are relying on a paycheck, which most businesses are. Most businesses are.
And most families are.
Most families are. Most everybody is. Paycheck to paycheck. You don't have, a year's worth of salary in the bank sitting there, and very few people do.
So
but we're not talking about the people that do. We're talking about people that don't.
Let's hang up the nanny state bullshit.
Okay.
Get your doors opened up. Okay. Pretend like you never heard the governor's order. Okay. Turn off the TV. Okay. Last you knew, you're open up on April 19th, and get to work.
And when the cops come in and
say, "What are you talking about?"
I want to bust your door, and I say, "Oh, sorry, my bad." And you don't need to go violently. Just okay, sorry. And then after the fact all clears up, then fight them. Then show up in court and say, I'm not paying this crap. You can't run me out of business.
And I don't know if there's any particular fine that they can give you. Nobody said that.
Well, that's the whole thing.
There is no next step that I know of.
There's a lot of faction. They're saying that Kelly, which I can't stand, not only because he's ugly, because he's a crappy governor for us, as far as I'm concerned. She doesn't have this kind of power. She's got a 15-day stay where she can do stuff at a 15-day increment, and then the state normal course of legal action with the House and the Senate have to make a ruling on it.
I have no idea. I slept through.
And I don't know how accurate what I said was, but that's what my understanding is.
So here's the deal. You're all going to get your stimulus checks this week. Don't go blow it on Amazon, Walmart, or Kroger. Yep. I love those places. Believe me, I shop there. Yep. But save some of that back for the local American working man. And also, don't buy all this Korean-made shit. So don't go buy a new TV set with your stimulus package, because it's going right back to Korea and China, and I just don't want you to do that. You're better than that.
Yeah,
Any other words, Mel? I mean, come on.
Well, the Chinese stuff, for all these years, what we used to have, what was called the Iron Triangle, which was Detroit and Flint and all these places were all the heavy industry of the world.
Probably Ohio?
All through Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan. All those were places where heavy industry, steel production, heavy manufacturing was there. It's now called the Rust Belt. But boy, somebody's building it. And it's all being built in China and everywhere else. We can't do that to ourselves. We're cutting our own throat. I remember in the early 70s, I bought a Datsun B210 vehicle. And it was really a great car. And one of the amazing things, it had damn cup holders in it, which was no American car had a cup holder. But the premise was that I never bought another foreign-made vehicle willingly. I mean, I bought Fords and Dodges, and they're all made somewhere else, but willingly, at least the name was something else. But I didn't buy one. And the idea was to force the American manufacturers to rise to the occasion and build something that we want instead of skating. And sometimes the greed of big corporations where they're really not in the trenches with us regular people. And they lose sight of this whole damn thing.
Save your stimulus money. Buy something local. Buy something American. We'll see you next time.
Au revoir.
See you guys.